road farts.
An OPS message like that.
Any update that you might be able to provide regarding Riley Green or Erod?
Kathy and Carrie did road farts last weekend. When they went up north, they did a lot of road farts. And they saw the cows.
How dare you? Ultra G treadmills to take some of the anti-gravity weight. They take the weight off of you, so you're not pounding on your body as much.
She made Carter shake.
That's worked a little bit, but it's a slow process. I mean, I kind of joke with them, and it's not really a joke. It's like, we need your young bone to heal. We need that to get better faster. So I know he's going to increase his activity over the coming days. He's not going with it.
Stinks down here.
That we have in our therapy room. So that would be interesting to see how, when we come back from Minnesota, if we can, you start seeing him out in the field. Like, can we take some swings like that? That's really the next step for him. And until he does that, it's a guessing game. Erod's doing pretty well given what the fear was at the beginning of the injury. He's taking a little protection on his finger, and he's throwing a ton, and he's throwing hard, which is encouraging, because I'm not a doctor, but I would think if you exert that kind of energy and that pressure that at that release point, is when he felt it to begin with. He's confident to throw full speed. And I assume the next thing's going to be on the mound. So hopefully, that's trending back towards getting into baseball.
When you lost Riley Green, obviously some of that offensive production went with him. Is there anybody, I don't know if you look in the minors, we always talk about Colt Keith. I know he's at AA, Justin Henry Malloy. We talked about him about a month ago. Is there any relief that you can find to replace some of that production?
Oh, this road sucks.
I'd like to try and remove Colt
Schwengel.
Another real task, obviously, is the 2 games against Atlanta today. And then you follow that up with 10 games
I
against
think that cold air is probably hitting your ring.
It's
over.
Is there a change
cold?
in emphasis?
Yeah, I think your ring is
But
too.
because
Is that
they're
better?
division
Yep.
opponents, how important is that 10-game stretch
Cold?
for you guys?
Still cold?
Nope, I think your ring is too.
The emphasis is the same, trying to not fall into that run of those close losses and the walk-offs. And it comes down to we didn't find ways to win games the way we were in May. And so I think regardless of who you're playing, you've got to play a better brand of baseball. I actually went to the late game the other day with some power and continual base hits. Even Torque in the middle of the field for what ended up being a single that could have been a sac fly to win the game. Like those are the characteristics that beat any team, regardless in division, out division, American League, National League. So I think we got to get healthy. These guys, we have to find a way to get to push more runs across while we get these guys bended on bases.
Finally, I'm just curious because you began your Major League Baseball career with the Oakland Athletics. You just got promoted to not necessarily move, but in Vegas for the stadium. Last night they had a reverse protest where 28,000 people actually showed up in Oakland. They won 7 in a row. Well, what is it about that stadium, that fan base, that team that it's got to be sad for former players that team might move?
Yeah, very sad because the memories. My Major League debut was in that stadium, and I played for the A's, and that's kind of where I learned the big leagues. And the thing about the fans there is they're as loyal as any fan base that I've been around, whether it's in a manager or front office member or player. And that that matters. That history matters. Like when you look at the highlights of the good teams in the 70s and the 80s and into the 2000s. I mean, I was part of that team with Jason Giambi won the MVP, and then it was facing against the big bad Yankees, and the fans have always been there. And I know that the recent memory will show the attendance declining and the stadium, needing some touch-up, if not a full renovation. And it's just the A's have been such a part of baseball history, and fans have stuck through good times and bad times. And everybody cherishes their memories playing there because of the experience the fans have created and the success that they did over that course of time, where they weren't even the biggest payroll, but they were always relevant. And so when you mess with that, and all of a sudden, it looks like things are changing. It's pretty sad for the guys that have been there.
All right. Good luck this afternoon.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
You guys take care.
All right. That's AJ, manager of your Detroit Tigers here on 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, when I've got questions about my finances, I turn to my bank, and that's First Merchants Bank. I know that their attentive local bankers are 100% interested in listening to my situation and in helping me find the answers that I need. First Merchants doesn't provide cookie-cutter solutions or check-off boxes when it comes to financial advice. They take the time to learn about my life and my personal and financial goals. And they build a plan that fits my situation. It's because First Merchants really cares. They see me as a person, not just as a number, and they do all they can to help their customers and communities succeed. You can count on that, since First Merchants Bank is staffed by local bankers who know and are passionate about the needs of the local community. It's their community as well, and we all know that we have to work together to help our communities prosper. Get started on your
Plus,
personalized
this truck's
financial
already-
solution today. You can
plus
visit
this
at
truck is
firstmerchants.com. That's firstmerchants.com.
starting to get beat up.
Member FDIC.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Quest Research Institute. 94 westbound after Little Mac. An accident leaves only the right lane open. You're still backed up right around Shook Road. 75 northbound at 7 Mile. The crash is affecting the right side, seeing added backups in both directions. Do you have Parkinson's disease? Talk to the experts at Quest Research about new Parkinson's treatments free to you. Don't delay. Call 888-QUEST-24 to learn more and be a part of the cure. You do not need insurance, and it's free to people with Parkinson's. Call 888-QUEST-24. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Detroit Tigers host the Atlanta Braves. 3 games a day at 12:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
I don't know.
With. They said those two organizations were in different spots than this organization, being the Giants and the Cubs. We're focused on what is right in front of us, and what we're trying to do is make incremental progress wherever we can. And he said some of the signs of progress that I saw in Chicago helped us win the World Series. And he says it's happening right here under the hood. When you look at this team, I know we're in a rough patch right now, but let's not forget the progress we've already seen in a couple of months. We had an excellent May. They went 16-11. That's progress. We started to take control of the strike zone in the organization. We went from 20th in pitcher walks last year to 4th right now. We went from 29 in batter walks to 8th right now. That's progress. You can't ignore that. Counts as winning games, of course, but those are seeds of progress that lead winning games.
But that's what you got to look at right now. You can sit here and say, well, he's spinning numbers in his favor. And yeah, there's some of that. He's talking about his team, and he wants to make it sound as positive as possible because we all get a chance to turn the TV on, turn the radio on, or go to the park, and we don't see it. But under the hood, you start talking about some of these incremental improvements.
Smells like cow.
And yeah, in a year or two, if they keep these
like
and add talent, then you get to a winning ball club. But right now, it's not adding wins in the win column, and that's ultimately it. He identifies that.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Monty Williams will join us at 8:35. Here's Heather with news.
Well, a community is on edge after the mysterious death of 3 Grosse Pointe Woods pizzeria employees. So there's 3 employees at Saucy's Pizza, which is on Mack Avenue, that died over the weekend, leaving residents wondering what happened. Some are speculating that it may be related to the fentanyl crisis. Apparently, police are not quite convinced of that just yet. But residents are pointing out, hey, several years ago, police in the area warned that they found cocaine laced with deadly fentanyl. That was linked to several deaths. And then you have, over the weekend, these 3 young people who passed away, and 2 of their friends died just weeks earlier. And a lot of people are convinced that it is drug-related, that this is all related to an overdose. So they want answers. They want to be able to talk to their children, the residents who live there, to tell, they can still talk to their kids about avoiding drugs and the consequences of things, but they just want answers. Now, the pizzeria did make a statement on Facebook saying that over the weekend, our family lost 3 young, beautiful members. We will be closed this week so that we can be here for each other during this immensely difficult time. We appreciate your patience and support. And they did also say that they're going to be using pizza proceeds to help pay for all the funeral expenses as well. Remember that devastating story we had about a little toddler who managed to get their hands on a weapon at their home in Howell over the weekend?
2 years old, right?
Yeah, 2.5. Well, it turns out that the child was the child of a Dearborn police officer. Howell police said that the toddler died after firing up right around 6 p.m. on Sunday. And in a statement, Dearborn police said that this incident is a serious personal family matter, and we are respecting the privacy of the officer and his family during this difficult time. There is another source that did confirm that the gun was not the officer's service weapon, but there's really little detail that has been exposed yet.
It's a tragedy.
No matter how it happened, it is a tragedy, without a doubt. A Troy man was shot in basically the middle of the night when he confronted thieves who were stealing a catalytic converter from a truck in his driveway. It was right around 3:40 a.m. The man was up. He was actually taking care of his newborn infant when he heard the sounds of some power tools coming from his driveway. So he decided to go check things out and investigate. That's when he found 2 men right there working on a truck sitting right there in the driveway. The 30-year-old called out to them, and they fled the scene. And as they were getting into this getaway vehicle they fired off 2 shots, and one of those shots hit that man in the leg. It sounds like he is going to be okay. Police were called. He was treated right there at the scene, was taken to the hospital. But police say they were actually just investigating another catalytic converter theft right before they got this call, and they say they are seeing more and more of these types of crimes on the rise. This is pretty cool. A 10-year-old Pontiac boy was just named Michigan's best
mini builder after winning a Legoland competition.
How about that?
Yeah, it was held this past Saturday. More than 25 kids across Michigan showed off their Lego building skills for this top spot. And according to a Legoland spokesperson, this young boy, Bryson S. of Pontiac, created 2 really imaginative builds. He made a panda bear and a superhero, and he got the top spot. So he took home some Lego swag, of course, and he got a personalized trophy and some annual passes for himself and his family to the Legoland Discovery Center of Michigan. But what's really cool is that now this boy is in the running for the title of North America's Mini Master Model Builder. And we, as Michiganders, can vote for him starting on June 21st through the 26th on social media. So he could win an even bigger prize, which is so cool.
Let's go.
And finally, if you have always had the goal of having a sexy job, this is the news article for you. There's some sex experts at a website called lovehoney.com. It's a website that sells sex toys, if you're curious what that is. They recently conducted this survey asking men and women which professions they consider the most sexually attractive. And the top 10 sexiest professions according to women. So men, listen up if you want to be have a sexy job.
Sports stars?
Firefighter. No, it's not the list. Firefighter, builder, police officer, doctor, mechanic, paramedic, musician, of course, is on the list. Electrician, farmer, and lawyer. And men, ladies, if you want to be have a sexy job, flight attendant, nurse, a secretary, which is probably now called an administrative assistant, I'm not sure, a teacher, an actor, police officer, doctor, bartender, maid, and singer.
All right. Thank you very much, Heather. Monty Williams. I wonder where NBA basketball coach fits on that list. Scheduled to join us in a few minutes. 97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. Is your garage floor